You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee. So you say,
"Hey, Meta, how do I make a latte?"
Brew 2 shots of espresso.
After Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you're ready for some beats.
"Hey, Meta, play hip-hop music."
You head to meet some friends, but can't remember the place.
"Hey, Meta, call Eva."
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, "Hey, Meta," to harness the power of Meta AI. Shop now at meta.com/smartglasses.
Welcome back, 9 to noon. Happy feelings in the air. We don't need to be told what's on the line if the Vikings go 1-0 this week. PA following the game, as he has done all season long, the opportunity for the drive-bys and quick chats with many of the players that he finds in the locker room after, in this case, a 27-25 victory yesterday at U.S. Bank Stadium. Kicked things off, a couple of O-linemen, Garrett Bradbury, Blake Brandell in the mix. And PA kicked off the chat with Garrett in particular, like, hey, on that Cam Akers touchdown, you blew up a couple of defenders and paved the way for Akers to make it 6 points. That was a big moment in the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a screen that the coaches put in this week. And we love screens up front. Get the big guys out in space, making plays. And Cam Akers, once he gets out in the open field, we know he's going to make a couple guys miss. So that was huge. I mean, once you're in that low red, medium red zone area, you got to get 6. You got to get a touchdown there. And so that was huge, especially after they had scored a touchdown, I believe. So taking the momentum right back, and that was a lot of fun.
And Blake, what was the game like for you? Because that Kenny Clark, TJ Slayton, I mean, that front they put out there is one of the better you're going to see all year, right?
No doubt. Yeah, it was certainly a grinder, but we knew that kind of going in, especially playing them for the second time, and talented group up front, so makes the win feel that much better.
And let's finish with these two. You can handle CJ Ham. We'll let Garrett lead the Cam Akers fan club for the final one. When you're trying to grind the clock, get them to use their timeouts, 2-minute warning and everything. Here's play action and a little bit of a boot by Sam Darnold. I mean, CJ Ham's wide open for a first down. I mean, how much do you think you caught them off guard with that call?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just playing to win. And in a sense, they're expecting the run, and they respect our run game, and so for that to open up like that is it's awesome. Yeah,
and you had a great game. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Blake Brandell, and finally, Garrett, Cam Akers, kind of the same thing. So CJ gets that first down before the 2-minute warning, but you're going to run, of course, make them chew timeouts, probably between the tackles. Who knows? And here's another play action from under center, and this time it's Cam Akers. Now this pass was down by his shoelaces, and Cam had to make an awesome catch.
I think that play lasted 30 seconds for everyone in that stadium. But no, that's Coach O'Connell. That's trust in us up front, trust in Sam to make the right decision. Because like you said, everyone in the building thinks you're going to run it. But here we come with play action, and ball's in the air, and we're just all like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And we knew Cam was going to come down with it. He came out to start that drive and said, let's end it, boys.
Hey, and you guys have won 9 in a row, but Sam Darnold, how about this? Only quarterback in the history of the NFL to win 14 games in his first season with a new team. I mean, forget all of the speculation and opinions and everything from Carolina and the Jets and all that into the season. I mean, that's all water under the proverbial bridge. He's been unbelievable, hasn't he?
Unreal. We could care less what anyone else thinks of him. We're happy we got him. He's playing absolutely lights out. He's fun to play for. He's fun to play with. And we'll ride with that guy any day.
The Lions next week for the 1 seed in the conference. Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Garrett Bradbury, thank you very much, Blake. Appreciate you, and Happy New Year, all right?
Happy New Year. Appreciate you.
Blake Brandell, left guard, and Garrett Bradbury, center, to begin the drive-bys after the Vikings beat the Green Bay Packers by 2 points. Holy cow, just real quick. I mean, everybody in the world thinks you're going to run. Right before the 2-minute warning, we're going to, make them chew timeouts and everything. Play action, CJ left hash, and there you go for a key first down. I mean, how exciting was that?
It was real exciting. I mean, obviously, any opportunity to go get the ball is fun, but we were able to execute and get the first down and, help close out the game.
You've been around here longer than most. 9 wins in a row. What do you love about this team overall?
Garrett Bradbury. But I mean, this team is special. There's everybody on this team truly believes. There's no doubt in our mind when we go out there, and it's just that sense of confidence is great.
Great job as usual. God bless you, my man.
Thank you, brother.
C.J. Ham with a massive first down nearing the end of the game to help pave the way for a Minnesota Vikings 2-point victory over the Green Bay Packers. And in doing so, the Vikings have won 9 consecutive games and are 14-2. And speaking of the number 2, let's roll on over here to one of my favorites for a drive-by, Stephon Gilmore. You go on, you played the game I did, and you sit down. My voice is ragged, but physically speaking, just like how this thing worked out for you, with what Green Bay had to offer offensively compared to what you saw and accomplished, what did you think of the game?
It was we started well. You know they got a great team, and you know Jordan Love is a great quarterback. We was able to shut him down the first half to the third quarter, but at the end, you know, he made some plays, and we was able to make more plays than they did.
Now Stephon, last one here in these drive-bys. You've been on some good teams during your career. In fact, in 2019, Stephon had a couple of defensive touchdowns and also was Defensive Player of the Year. So you've been on some good squads and some good defenses. Just overall, this team's won 9 consecutive and wins 14 games in a season for the first time since 1973. What are some things overall that you love about this team?
Unselfish. You know, we don't really care who make plays, as long as we make plays, and you know that's what it's about. We got a lot of playmakers on this team that play for each other and believe in each other. Got great coaches, so it's been good.
Great having you in the mix. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephon Gilmore, cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. 2-point winners over the Green Bay Packers. Blake, we should do that pregame interview day a game a little more frequently, right? I mean, sack and a half, I believe, and led the team in tackles. I mean, you were all over the place, man. Did the game work out the way you thought it would?
Yes and no. You know, when you have a finish like we did, at least defensively, you know, I think we all hold ourselves to a high standard. So I just keep, you know, replaying the plays that I think we should have been better on, what I should have been better on. But overall, you know, that felt like a playoff game. It's against a divisional opponent who, you know, we could very well see in the playoffs again. So I'm just glad we came out to win. We finished that game out as a team, and we just got to keep it rolling, you know, and I think do a better job. We're all finishing, but I'm very happy that we swept Green Bay.
Right, for the first time since 2017. Last one on the drive-by for Blake Cashman. He's hard to sack. I mean, for myriad reasons. You know, he's only been sacked 11 times into this game, and you guys got him 3. Dallas Turner got him for his 3rd also. So that to sack, he's only been sacked 3 times, twice this season. What makes him so difficult to get?
You know, it's really impressive when you watch the tape what J Love does. You know, he'll have guys you know, rushing, getting into his feet into the pocket, and you know, he kind of is dangerous with the ball style. He holds it out, but he's able to extend plays and get rid of the ball just in time. But he's very patient in the pocket, and you know that's what makes him very good too, because he lets those plays develop, and you know, as we all know, when you're able to stand in there and coverage can break down, you can find the open guy. But I thought we did a good job at pressing the pocket today, guys. You know, getting in there and at least making him feel it. Maybe rushing throws, because there were some throws that were in the dirt today, and you know all that impacts the quarterback.
Fantastic work. Thank you for the pregame chat and the drive-by. Will you watch Detroit tomorrow night or wait for the All-22?
I'll definitely watch the game tomorrow. You know, this is a big one, and we all know how important it is. But you know, it'll be interesting to see what the team does. You know, Dan Campbell says that he's going to play all of his guys, but you know, no matter what the result of the game has no bearing on the outcome of our game. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. But you know, why not watch the game? Because you know you gotta watch film. It's film study, anyways. Get a jump start.
Great job, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Blake Cashman, and a drive-by after the Vikings beat the Green Bay Packers by a couple of points and move to 14-2. The 14 victories again for Sam Darnold, the most by a quarterback in the history of the National Football League in his first year playing with a new team. And Darnold threw 3 touchdowns today. One went to Jordan Addison, the other to Jalen Naylor. And also Cam Akers on a really, really nice screen left. We heard from Garrett Bradbury earlier, and Bradbury had a couple of blocks on that screen that were super key because that second block is what sprung Akers into the end zone. Speaking of running backs, let's roll over here and say hello to Cam Akers. Let's Ty. Let's chat with Ty Chandler first. Hey man, doesn't matter how you play, when you play. Well, it matters how you play, but when you play. But you got in the game with some speed and everything, and that was a very, very cool 2-point victory. How you feel about everything?
I feel great about everything, man. Big shout out to the O-line, everybody involved, man. The ability to go out and execute. And finish. That was the main thing. So grateful for the win. Great team win, man. So it was truly a blessing.
And Ty, how about your running back stable? I mean, let's put C.J. Ham in there too. He's a fullback. We're gonna, everybody in the world thinks you're gonna run. Make them use their timeouts, 2-minute warning, and everything. First play action to C.J. Ham, uncovered left flat, big first down. C.J. Cam, who had a touchdown and an awesome catch after the 2-minute warning down by his shoelaces. Aaron Jones and you. I mean, that's a heck of a stable, man.
Man, first off, just a great room. First thing, great guys, man. And just we come in trying to get each other better, man, and encouraging each other, breathing life into each other, man, and just see it all come to fruition and go out there and be able to execute. It's truly a blessing. But great room all the way around. I can't say enough about those guys and the respect and love I got for them. So it was great.
Will you watch the Lions on Monday Night Football, given you're going for the 1 seed next game, or you're going to wait for the All-22?
Oh, no, I'm always watching.
Appreciate you, Ty. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Yep, that's Ty Chandler, running back for the Minnesota Vikings, part of a 2-point victory over the Green Bay Packers at U.S. Bank Stadium. And locker room starting to empty out a little bit here. Let's see if we can find one more drive-by before we depart and take on Detroit next game, playing for the 1 seed. And let's wrap it up here. Quick little drive-by. Cam Bynum, how are you? Harrison Smith, how are you? Cam, how'd the game work out for you today? You got a chance to do another bit in the end zone, man. They pop up organically week by week.
Yeah, it happened quicker than we thought it would, but we had to be ready for our moment. It wasn't the cleanest dance we've had, so we got to get back in the lab and work on that. And also, just like the way the defense played for majority of the game, we got to clean up the end, but it was an entertaining game for us because we knew it was going to be a battle.
Let me ask you this to close your part of the drive-by, and I appreciate the time. When Green Bay won the toss and took the ball, did that surprise you?
No, we see that as a sign of disrespect, and we knew that was the energy they're going to come with today, and we knew we got to start hot too, so we got to turn over the first few plays of the game, and we shut that down quick and knew that it was going to be one of those games where it's going to be a battle.
9 in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Harrison, thanks for sitting down for a second. I just got a question to ask you, man, and maybe you don't have the answer to it. That penalty that they called on you in the first half, ain't nobody trying to get anybody fined here, but Bursich and I watched the replay a million times. We just didn't understand it. Do you?
Outside the tackle box, you can't go low, and I don't know exactly how that's defined. I mean, it is what it is. They called it. Move on.
Will you watch the Lions-Niners tomorrow night or wait for the All-22?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I normally watch Monday Night Football, so no matter who's on.
Now, you've been going against Sam Darnold since organized team activities. Forget whatever narrative anybody wanted to present into the season about what he did with Carolina and the Jets, which truly didn't matter at that point, doesn't matter now. He has 14 wins, man. He's the only quarterback in the history of the NFL to win 14 games in his first season with a new team. I mean, that's amazing. What do you notice about him behind the scenes, or maybe when you're witnessing some things in practice?
I would say just generally since the day he got here, he's been himself. He's always had plenty of talent and playmaking ability, and that's what shows up on game day. It's preparation and a little bit of guts when everything's on the line. So it's not surprising to us. He's playing at an extremely high level, and it's a lot of fun to watch and be a part of. But he's one of the guys, man. And we know he's gonna go out there and lay it on the line and make a bunch of plays, and he's a ton of fun to play with.
Last one, thank you, Harrison. Best team, I would say, for which you've played in your decade plus. I mean, look at the record, man. It's 14-2. They've won 9 in a row. They win 9 in a row for the first time since 1973. So I'm not going to make you compare teams or anything. I'm just going to ask you overall about this team. Offense, defense, Will Reichard, Ryan Wright, special teams, the whole thing. What are some qualities about this team that you know sustain, that you just really, really like?
There's a lot of things. I probably can't touch on all of them, but just overall belief and trust in the process and how we prepare and how we play, our style of play, paired with very good coaches across the board and smart players and players that enjoy playing together and can make plays at a lot of different positions. It's not just Jets. He's an obvious one to point at as the superstar. He is probably the best player I've been around. But there's a lot of really, really good players just across the board, and comes together well when we need it to.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, Harrison.
Thanks, Pierre.
Harrison Smith and Cam Bynum, safeties for the Minnesota Vikings. All right, let's. You mind if I ask one question real quick, Jonathan? Jonathan Grenard, okay? Now, Van Ginkel had a half sack. Cashman had 1.5. The rookie Dallas Turner had 1. So if you go to box score chasing and you look at like Jonathan Grenard stats, you'd be like, okay. But early in the game, correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am, you put a hit on Jordan Love. That was a legal hit, and it was a hard hit. And I think it changed him for a little bit, or changed their play calling with the 5 and 7 step drops. Did you sense that?
Yeah, they definitely changed the way they had to set, or quarterback had to set. But other than that, I just know that, I mean, if we didn't get him down on the ground, he was going to try to make some type of dynamic throw. But we had a good game plan for him, and ultimately we just pretty much executed whenever we seen a weakness throughout the O-line. So we're just going to continue to exploit all the weaknesses anytime we get one, and hopefully get a result. I hope we get him down a little bit more.
So in closing, I'm going to ask you, did this thing work out the way you thought it would? Because I know you probably thought you would win. However, being a perfectionist, man, and having Super Bowl aspirations, and why wouldn't you? The team's 14-2. The points they got up late, and some yards they got late, kind of like Lambeau Field. I mean, you guys were the better team, but it got a little closer than it should have, right?
Once again, we just got to make sure we finish out. Don't let our foot off the gas. Leaving teams like that with confidence, there leaves a little hope for them. Kind of similar like last game, like you just mentioned. They were coming to this game thinking it was going to be sweet, thinking that it was going to be just, we barely beat them. Well, they barely beat us last time at their house. That they were going to come in here and just run it over and just finish off what they wish they had more time to do last time. But pretty much we just know we're going to keep playing our game, keep executing, keep dominating, shutting all that shit down. But ultimately they had to come through us and come to our house, so we finished it.
You're awesome, man. 9 in a row for you guys, man. 14-2. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go. Job's not done yet, though. We got to finish out.
Will you watch the Lions tomorrow night or wait for the All-22?
I'll watch them a little bit, man. I ain't got nothing else to do. Eat some chicken wings and watch the game a little bit. Get ready for our opponent. It's going to be great.
It's awesome having you on the team, man. Thank you.
Love being here. Greatness. Love
Jonathan Grenard. Let's close it up with 30 seconds with the Gink. The Gink is on fire. Andrew Van Ginkel. Will you watch tomorrow night's game or wait for the All-22?
Yeah, I'll check into it and kind of see what they're, kind of what they're running and kind of how their game plan, and just try to get a feel for how they attack early on, and then just throughout the game if they make adjustments or kind of, their scheme.
How did they play you today? Offensively, it seems like in certain situations they identified you and were like, 43 man, we got to take him out of the equation. Did you feel that way?
I just think we got, guys all around that can make plays. JJ on the other side. Then we got pass rushers inside, whether it's Pat. I pray that he's all right. And then Dallas Turner coming in, stepping up and getting a big sack. And when you got inside backers and then guys covered in the back end, it allows you to, rush free and use your playmaking to make plays.
Let me close with Dallas Turner. He had a pick in that Seattle game. He now has 3 sacks. And it seems to be coming on quickly at the right time near the end of the year. Now, my man's 21 years of age. And as you know better than anybody, this game is not easy. What have you seen from Dallas that has clicked nearing the end of the year?
He's maturing. He's growing. And you can see the way that he attacks practice. He's constantly making plays. He's developing and he's embracing his role, and he's taking all the information in, and which is allowing him to go out there and trust his instincts, be accountable, and be in the positions that he's allowed. And ultimately, those allow you to make plays, and you see it showing up on game days.
And last one, Andrew, thank you for the time. I know Kevin O'Connell preaches one-game seasons. You were 1-0 in this Green Bay game, 2-0 against them this year. You swept them for the first time since 2017. The next 1-0 opportunity is at Ford Field. When it is an obvious, hey, guys, game by game here, 1-0 each game. When a coach takes that approach, how well does it resonate with you and why?
It just starts early in the season. We come in, we have, a dog fight, we have a street fight, and, KO did a good job of just not looking beyond that next game. And when you can just go in and you start with the Giants, then the next game is the 49ers, who were supposed to be all powerful, and then the Texans with a lot of hopes, and then it's just so on and so on. And when you just attack one game at a time and not worry about what's going to happen at the end of the season, what the standings are going to be, how Detroit's doing, Green Bay, great division, all that, it doesn't matter unless you're winning. And I think we did a good job of going 1-0, and I know that's, coach speak, and but it starts with throughout the week, practicing well, preparing well, and then that carries over into the game, and ultimately allows you to go 1-0 each year or each week.
That's Vikings outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel, a cast of many as part of the drive-by postgame chats PA did down in the Vikings locker room last night, and podcastable, free iHeartRadio app, Vikings channel, 9 to noon show page. You'll have all of that at your fingertips. We're going to, over the final couple of segments, I know we're doing a check-in with Parker Fox around the corner, and get pumped up for a TCO Tuesday taking place tomorrow, 9 to noon live at the Vikings facility. Looking forward to that. But stay with us, 9 to noon.
Head over to NFLShop.com for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
Hey, Parker, it's Paul Allen. How have you been?
Yeah, good to hear from you.
Right on, brother. We just a quick little drive-by with Parker Fox at ParkerFox24 via Twitter. Plays for the Gophers basketball team with 9 to noon each and every Monday. Then the basketball season began, got practice and travel and all that. So just wanted to drive by and just do a quick little Covenant catch-up. How's Taylor and how are her Frost doing?
It's a close one to Montreal this week, but things are looking really good. Off to a hot start. It was a great environment inside of the Xcel Energy Center. The last game, I think there was over 9,000 fans, so awesome environment in there. Governor Tim Walz was in the house, so it was a great environment. And unfortunately, they lost that one, but the year's off to a really good start, and she's having a lot of fun.
All right, back to Big Ten play for you guys Thursday here against Purdue. Time to pull an upset, right, big boy?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, I told the guys after the game, yesterday against Morgan State is, we want to continue this momentum. We were able to kind of find our offensive flow, putting 90 points on the board. Had a lot of guys in double figures, including myself, Dawson Garcia, Mike Mitchell, Frank Mitchell. So, just even scoring across the board. And I told the guys that's what it's going to take to beat a team like Purdue, a top 25 team, a team that, kind of has a established culture and an established brand. Anytime they're coming into your place, you want to defend home court. You want to protect the barn. You want to be able to win games at home. So we got a team that's coming in that's really good. So, this week we're going to be really locked in to film study and scout and just make sure we have, everything really dialed in to beat a really good Purdue basketball team.
Pete Fox, 7 blocks the last 2, my man. Are they calling you Stifle Tower around the exclusive super special athletes only cafeteria?
Well, this season there's not many athletes around, but I haven't really gotten too many nicknames yet. Our guy Oliver Moore is obviously playing World Juniors up there in Canada. Yep. So I haven't seen those guys around too much, but no, I think just being in the right spot has been good for me, and I think we're kind of just finding our defensive flow and our defensive rhythm, and things aren't perfect. It's still clicking at a different pace, but we're really excited about the direction we're going, and fortunately I've been on the receiving end of some of those block shots. Yeah.
Lastly, for the drive-by with Parker Fox, can't wait to get you back in studio on a regular basis. Really enjoy your company.
Yes, sir.
Your Minnesota Vikings are playing for the 1 seed Sunday night at the Motor City Davy. Your thoughts?
Woo! Man, I'm juiced up. I'm fired up. I was pretty excited when I saw it got flexed. I figured it would have gotten flexed to that, Sunday night game, and glad it is, because what a better stage, what a better environment, and what a better team to go in there and get a win. I'm not even going to call it an upset, because I truly think we're the better football team, especially with the way Sam's been playing lately. Obviously, you guys have been talking about it on the show, but only quarterback to win 14 games in his first season. He goes. Last night he goes 33 for 43 for 377. Just really like the way this team's clicking, and talking with Doc Olson, Team Doc, who you see around the facility. He's our team doctor as well. Just the health of this team, and obviously there was a couple little injuries yesterday, but just really excited about the depth and the health of this team, and I think that goes underrated when you get into playoff time and you get into an environment where it's kind of win or go home. So just really like the depth, really like the health of this team, and I think I'm really excited for next Sunday night. And I got Vikes in a big one. I think it's going to be not a track race, but I think it's going to be a high scoring affair, and I think the Vikes are going to come home and win the NFC North.
45 seconds, you get it all. You're familiar with Mike Florio, right?
Of course, Pro Football Talk.
Yeah, so he was on today, and I'm boom and he's gloom. And my man jumped on the radio and said, not only will the Vikings win Sunday night, but they're going to go to the Super Bowl. That came from Mike Florio today. That's crazy.
I mean, it gives me kind of the chills, even hearing Vikings and Super Bowl, and it's obviously something I've never really experienced in my lifetime. But that's crazy talk, man. But the thing is it's not crazy, and I think you and I have talked about it, where we believe that this team has that caliber. I think if you look through whatever the roster is, I think it's a team that has the potential to do so. And I'm going to cheer them on each and every week and believe in these guys, and super looking forward to it.
Appreciate you, brother. Tear it up Thursday. Look forward to seeing you next time. All right.
Thanks, D.A. Love you, man.
Love you too, bud. Parker Fox, another who thinks the Vikings are going to beat the Lions on Sunday night.
Oh! You want to change the conversation? Win some games.
Head over to NFLShop.com for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
You're listening to The Fan.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Why?
'Cause tomorrow might very well be too late.
Makes sense. And KO at 11.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Because tomorrow we're at the facility.
Tomorrow
feels like it may never come.
could never come.
Hey. It's happening again. After a brief respite during the 9 in a row, 4 KO, 9 in a row, 4 KO, 9 in a row, 4 B flow, 9 in a row, 4 B flow, and 9 in a row, 4 Serpo. There was a brief respite, but now, with the mothership on the television here in the 651 Carpets Plus studios, I've just glanced at it now for about 3 hours. Lots of, should Sam Darnold start for the Minnesota Vikings next season? That's fine. Because the conversation has gone from what should the Minnesota Vikings do with Sam Darnold next season to the Orlovskis and the Rex Ryans and everything being like, no, it's not whether, he should be with the Covenant or not, because I agree with those who formulate the opinion. Somebody who plays like this, about a 0% chance you let them leave. It's just a matter of how you keep them. But so the conversation's gone from what's next for Sam to does he start for the Vikings next year? Brian Flores offered this comment.
That's what this team is all about, defense and breaking hearts.
All he wants to do is break hearts with that defense. That's all over the place. By the way, Rex Ryan, and I didn't hear it, but they had a graphic for it on the crawl. paraphrasing, Rex Ryan, former NFL coach, basically voiced the opinion that he has significant concerns for Packers quarterback Jordan Love. And he said he looked shook and basically went down the road of like, in situations like that, if I'm like the leader, I don't need my guy in that spot looking shook.
Yeah.
Got a little shook at the end of the Niners game last year, and he still shook.
Well, I think I mentioned it to you briefly, not to clomp. It was just when Jacobs fumbles and it's recovered, and they come back with that second possession, and they put Jordan in that early spot where he's throwing off his back foot. You talked to Renard about it. The hit early mattered. He did look shook. And they need Jacobs to be the engine and the machine of that offense that in some ways could mask maybe some limitations and some aspects of Love's game that just are, they're not now. Maybe they could be or maybe never be at the elite of high levels. And for them to come back and not immediately go back to Jacobs, they needed it. They didn't get it. I think that was a mistake by LaFleur.
And finally, one of several things that excite yours truly, and maybe everybody listening, including Mad Producer, about Sunday night, 7:20 for the 1 seed, is teams continue to pick fights with Brian Flores' fourth down defense. Like downtown Thomas Brown with the Bears on Monday Night Football. The first fight he picked was from his 39. I'm going to go for it on fourth down against the best fourth down defense in the NFL. LaFleur did the same thing last night and came out on the wrong end. The Vikings' fourth down defense gives up first downs 35.5% of the time. That's by far best in the NFL. Detroit second at 44. What excites us there? All Dan Campbell does is go for it on fourth down, right into the belly of B-Flow's beast. Hey! All right, thank you very much for listening. Nordo produces, and I'm Paul Allen. That is the Love Covenant. Thank you for the good times. Don't forget to podcast the radio show if you missed any of it at KFAN.com. A courtesy of Sukup and Sukup.com at the Vikings facility tomorrow, featuring the columnist, the scribe, the head coach, and potentially a nationally recognized play-by-play voice. Thank you very much for listening. The program is around the corner on KFAN.
You lucky suckers.
Good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em?
9 to noon.
Good times.
If it's good news or money, leave a message.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee. So you say,
Hey, Meta, how do I make a latte?
Brew 2 shots of espresso.
after Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you're ready for some beats.
Hey, Meta, play hip-hop music.
You head to meet some friends, but can't remember the place.
Hey, Meta, call Eva.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, hey, Meta, to harness the power of Meta AI. Shop now at meta.com/smartglasses.